Hello, welcome to Digital Signal Processing online lecture series. Myself Prima Rawal. In this session, we are going to see the topic Examples on Structures of IIR Systems from the unit Structures for Discrete Time System. So let's start with that. So here we are targeting the first example of which the data is given. So as you can see, what is the example data? So that is to obtain direct form 1 and 2 realization of a system which is described by the system equation is given to us, which is y of n minus 3 by 4 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 y of n minus 2, that is equals to x of n plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. So this is the system equation given to us. Now, as we have seen in the previous sessions, to construct these systems or the structures for IIR or FIR systems, first of all we need to have that equation in terms of Z. So here in terms of and equation is given. So first of all, before drawing the structure, we need to take the Z transform of the system equation. So if we take the Z transform, our equation will be y of z minus 3 by 4 y of z into z inverse plus 1 by 8 into z raised to minus 2 into y of z, that is equals to x of z plus 1 by 2 z inverse x of z. How we have obtained this equation? We have obtained this equation from the system function given to us, and if one real element is there, we know that it will give the z raised to power 1. If n minus 2 is there, it will give the z raised to power minus 2. Likewise, we have obtained the z transform. Okay. Now, we need to obtain the system function. So, transfer function is given as output by input. Okay, that is h of z, that is equals to y of z by x of z. So, to obtain this system transfer function, we need to take the x of z common here and in the left hand side part y of z common. And after doing that, we have the equation y of z into 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by z raised to minus 2, that is equals to x of z into 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. So, to obtain y of z by x of z, we will get the equation h of z, that is equals to 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse divided by 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by 8 z raised to minus 2. So this is our system transfer function. Now using this, we can obtain direct form 1 and direct form 2. So how we can obtain direct form 1? So we know the concept of direct form 1, that is what? That in direct form 1, the numerator is taken as h1 of z and 1 upon the denominator is taken as the h2 of z. So let's take that and try to solve the equation. So here direct form 1 structure indicates that h1 of z into h2 of z will give the final output y of n. Okay, which is how the system is indicated, where input is x of n and output is y of n. Okay. Now as indicated over here, we have taken h1 of z. What? h1 of z is 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. Okay. So here one addition term is there. So we'll use one adder. Okay. Along with that, one delay element, that is z inverse. So in the first diagram, as you can see, input is x of n and output is w of n. At the output, we will get the equation 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. Okay. Here the constant 1 by 2 we can place in the first equation. Okay. Then H2 of Z. H2 of Z is what? 1 upon 1 minus 3 by 4 Z inverse plus 1 by Z is to minus 2. Okay. So the second structure is that as it's in denominator, we need to show the sign inverse along with the constant sign difference. There we have minus 3 by 4, there we need to show plus 3 by 4. Where we have plus 1 by 8, then we can show minus 1 by 8. Okay. So using these two, we will get the direct form 1 structure as indicated over here. By combining these two, that means first part is H1 of Z and the second part is H2 of Z, and combining these two at the output side, we will get the final transfer function for direct form 1 structure. Okay. Now, let us say direct form 2 realization. So what is direct form 2? So basically, it is similar to that of direct form 1. Instead of that here H1 and H2 are reversed. That means, in direct form 1, we were taking numerator as H1 of Z and denominator as H2 of Z. Here, we will take H2 of Z, the numerator, and H1 of Z, the denominator. That means that positions are changed. Okay. So in the first block diagram, as you can see, the denominator part is indicated first, which we have taken H1 of Z, and the second part is the numerator part, which we have taken H2 of Z. Now, what is the difference in direct form 1 and form 2? Or you can say what is the main advantage of that? That means here you can say that in between there are delay elements which we can take common. That means here in between Z inverse blocks which we can take common. So taking delay common, instead of 3 delay elements, that is 3 Z inverse block, only 2 blocks can be used to realize the system output function. So if you look at this block diagram, here we have combined the Z elements, that inverse elements, from the previous one, and after taking the delay common, at the output side, we are getting the output function. So this is called as the direct form 2 realization. Okay? Now let us consider the next example. So let us look at the data which is given to us. Here an LTI system has a system function which is given as h of z, that is equals to 1 plus 2z inverse minus 3z is to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 0.75 z inverse plus 0.5 z is to minus 3. Here first question is to write down the differential equation for the system, and the second thing which is asked is to draw the block diagram. Okay? Here direct form 1 and direct form 2 is not mentioned, so we can explain it using any one of that. So first of all, let us take the inverse Z transform, because we need to find the difference equation for this. So h of z is given as y of z by x of z, which is given to us this. Okay? And now we cross multiply the equation, then we will have the left hand side part, which is y of z minus 0.75 z inverse y of z plus 0.5 z is to minus 3 y of z, that is equals to x of z x of z plus 2z inverse x of z minus 3z is to minus 2x of z. Okay? So if we take the inverse Z transform, whenever Z inverse is there, we will take in the bracket n minus 1. When Z is to minus 2 is there, we will take in the bracket n minus 2 for Z is to minus 2. For Z is to minus 3, we will take n minus 3. And according to that, our system transfer function is designed. And as you can observe, here h1 is taken the numerator part and h2 is taken the denominator part. So this is direct form 1 structure. Using the first part, we can obtain the numerator function. Using the second part, we obtain the denominator part. Okay? Now, let us see the next example. So in this question is that to obtain direct form 1 and 2 realization of a system which is described by y of n, minus 1 by 6 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 3 y of n minus 2, that is equals to x of n plus 2x of n minus 2. So here if we take the z transform, we'll have the equation y of z minus 1 by 6 z inverse y of z plus 1 by 3 z is to minus 2 y of z, that is equals to x of z plus 2z is to minus 2 x of z, and we know that the transistor function is given as output by input, that is y of z by x of z. So if we simplify it by taking x of z common and y of z common, we will have the system transfer function which is given as 1 plus 2z is to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 6 z inverse plus 1 by 3 z is to minus 2. Okay. Now let us draw the direct form 1 structure for this. So here we will take h1 of z, the numerator part, and h2 of z, the denominator part. And same procedure we will do for direct form 2 by taking the inverse. That means whatever the h1 of z is there, that will be h2 of z, and h2 of z will become h1 of z. So the direct form 2 structure is drawn like this. But because if we look at the first one, that is in direct form 1 structure, there are 4 delay elements, that is 4 blocks of z inverse. So here we can use the delay elements common in direct form 2 structure, which is its main feature. So now here we will use only 2 delay elements. Okay, and this is how we can obtain the system function at the output side. So we can say that the direct form 2 structure is better as compared to direct form 1 structure, as it reduces the number of delay blocks by reducing the complexity of the system. Okay, I hope that the differences between direct form 1 structure and direct form 2 structure and its advantages are clear to you now. Thank you for listening.